hello, and welcome to today's live Ask Us Anything with Luke Lintott and the Master Oracle Quentin Stroud. We're going to go deep today about why people leave Thailand transformed, not just relaxed. And I'm so excited. Drop your questions below. Right, live if you're here live, replay if you're watching the replay. I'm literally here in Thailand, poolside, and joining the Master Oracle, who is live joining us from Malaysia. We are so excited to share more about this upcoming experience that we are offering in February 2026. We are connecting, we are grounding, we are doing some magic manifestation work together, some wellness. We're going to do all the things here in beautiful Chiang Mai, Thailand, some deep healing work, and get relaxed, step into a whole new energy to change our vibration. We have some exciting announcements to make too, because people that did our last retreat literally manifested love, literally changed the trajectory of their entire life. So anyways, welcome, Master Oracle Quentin Stroud. Q has worked with thousands of people to get to better faster. He is a metaphysician, a celebrity psychic. The list goes on, and I'm so excited to be co-creating this with you here today and when we meet together next year here in beautiful Thailand. How's it going, Q?
Yes, I can't wait. Yes, everything is going extremely well. Things are lining up. I'm trying to send out the link here because I want to make sure that everybody gets access to this live. Today, we're going to be talking about Ask Us Anything, where you literally have the ability to talk about anything that you need to talk about. And what we're going to show you is how, as you connect with two coaches, as you connect with two people who really are dedicated to your growth and your survival and your well-being, you're going to get everything you need from the experience. And so, as we are preparing for this Thailand retreat, I'm sending out the DMs now. As we're preparing for this Thailand retreat, we're preparing to get you to a place where your life will never be the same ever again. And so that's what we're doing here, and that's what this is all about.
Absolutely. And this next retreat is all about looking good, healing deep, and living longer. Y'all, we're going to be eating the most amazing food. We have a local Thai chef who is catering the experience. We're going to some Michelin star restaurants. We're going to be eating well, living well. And I'm really excited to play with the gentle giants, the elephants. We're going to a socially responsible elephant sanctuary. And I can say truly, Q, that when we did that magic and manifestations masterclass with you, that was truly life transformational. We did some deep inner child healing work. And I'm excited to announce an anonymous person from a past retreat experience actually, literally manifested lifetime partnership. We're talking engagement, we're talking marriage after working with us, okay?
Hmm.
So like this stuff gets you love, it gets you happiness, health, the list goes on. And we have some people that are doing this experience for the second year in a row, okay? That's when you know it good. And here in Thailand, as you can tell, this is Thai winter. I'm literally sitting here in Chiang Mai, a couple of blocks away from our luxury villa up the street. So it's beautiful weather. It's the perfect break from winter for those of y'all that are in the West. So yeah, anything
Yes.
come up for you, Q?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll just say, coming here, coming to this part of the world, right? Even though, it looks like life is changing and shifting, things are going in all different directions all at once. Coming here and being a part of what this is and what we're doing, and getting actually a chance to experience a new culture, a new world, a new way of living that is happening simultaneously to all the craziness and the confusion that's going on in other parts of the world. It's nothing like it. It's like no other. Luke used to joke with me when I first moved here. Luke used to joke with me and say, "How's everything in paradise?"
Right.
Absolutely, that's exactly what this is like, being in paradise. So we can't wait for you guys to get here. So what we want you to do is we want you to ask us anything. Okay, I got my tarot cards. Luke is ready with his coaching and all the access of his book and everything that he has available to him. And your job today is to ask us anything. Anything going on in your life, world, and affairs, anything going on that you want to know about the retreat and what we have coming up for you, anything that you want to tap into, you get a chance to ask us anything, and we will give you the answers today.
Absolutely. So drop those questions in the comments, and just want to give you some details about the retreat coming up. It is February 23rd to the 28th. It is an all-inclusive experience. All you got to think about is getting your plane tickets, and we are here to walk you through every step of the way. And we are going to be going to to the beautiful Golden Temple, doing some deep healing work. Last year, we literally did about 5 ceremonies while we were at the temple. So get ready because these things truly work. And of course, you're going to be in one of the most spiritual places on planet Earth. I've been here now for about 11 months, living, traveling abroad. And I can tell you that it literally changes your DNA getting out here into this new vibration. This is a predominantly Buddhist country. So collectivism is the norm. People thinking about you as someone that could be their sibling from a past life is the norm, right? There's the law of karma here. That's the law of giving and receiving. So I think it's just been really healing for me being out here and for the people that have joined us as well, whether it is virtually or it's joining us in this in-person experience. So I'm incredibly excited. Yeah, drop your questions below. Yeah, we've seen, myself included, people go through big mind, body, soul transformations through doing this deep healing work and through enjoying this process of self-rediscovery, coming to paradise.
Absolutely. Yes. And so,
Oh, you muted Q.
sorry, I hit the mute by accident. As you put your questions below, what I want you to do is also put your date of birth. So ask your question, put your date of birth, and if you have any specific questions for us, if you're interested in coming to Thailand, if you're interested in coming on the retreat, then feel free to ask us any questions about that as well. But put your date of birth down below as well. So that way, as I tap into your energy too, I can give you some insight and perhaps even foresight about what's to come for 2026. Let me tell you, we are at the end of the year. And baby, as this year is closing out, okay, so you know we're coming out of a 2025 year, which is a 9. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. We're coming out of a 9 year, which is a 9 is a number of karma and completion. So shit that wasn't supposed to happen and hadn't been, it's happening now. It's happened this year. Okay. Stuff that's hit you that like it's like I thought I was past this. No, baby. 9 is the year of karma and completion. And as we go into 10, a 10 year, 10 is the number of creation, not just one, because in numerology, 10 plus 0 is just one. That's the number of new beginnings. 10, the number 10 exactly, is the number of creation, particularly co creation. Okay. So you're not just starting over, it's not just a new beginning, it's a whole new creation. You have the opportunity to totally recreate yourself. You have the opportunity to totally revamp all that you are. And this year coming, the 2026 year is a year that you're going to have the opportunity to do that. There's so much more I'm going to tell you as we go along. So I'm not going to give all the secrets right now, but as you're tapped into this, put your comments down below. And Luke, make sure you check the comments. Put your comments down below with your date of birth, and we're going to go into it and we're going to dive into it for you.
That's beautiful. Yeah. So I think now astrologically is the time to jump on board. And so I know a lot of us are gathering to make our vision boards, and that's what the people that have been working with me have been doing. And I can tell you, my iPhone wallpaper vision board, 90% of everything that I put on my iPhone home screen happened this year, y'all. Like the travel, the love, the health, okay? So you become what you believe and what you see. So I wanted to emphasize that too. And that's what's so great when you work with Q and me. So I am a lifestyle consultant. I'm an author. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm a wellness coach. Q, as you just heard, he's doing the readings. He's doing the magic, all that great, deep reading work that you get with him. He's working with multiple celebrities across the globe. He's working with clients everywhere and anywhere. When you get both of us, listen, it fast tracks everything. And I can just say, when you get the two of us, you have your dream team when you join us in Thailand, okay? And I wanted to add too, like for me personally, the body is part of the answer, and the spiritual side, doing the readings with Q, which is included in your retreat package, y'all. And I want to mention too, not just that, you're gonna get clothing and jewelry from Lotus and Luna included in the retreat package. So you're gonna look your best. We're gonna be taking some sexy professional photo shoots, likely poolside. We're gonna get lots of pictures as well when we're out with the gentle giants, the elephants. I'm literally wearing handmade clothing, handmade here in Thailand, and jewelry too. And I can tell you, like, what you put on your body matters too. So Leave space in your bags when you come here to take those things back. So you have some gifts for a lifetime, okay? Memories for a lifetime.
Yes, and the cost is so affordable. The cost of travel, the cost of living here, the cost of being here, the cost of purchasing amazing clothing and amazing food. Oh God, the food is so cost effective. And I mean, literally, you can go out with a date. You can go out with a date and spend maybe 10, 12, $15. You plus a date. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't have to worry about the alcohol thing. But I'll get a nice little, nice little drink or something like that. That mocktails, I like mocktails. So you can do those things like that. They have a lot of smoothies and stuff here that you can enjoy. But my point is that the cost is so effective that your money stretches here, right? So getting over here is literally that leaving America and coming over here. It really is the biggest thing you have to really think about. Everything else is covered. Everything else is good. Everything else is a part of the amazing experience that we're creating for you. And when you really think about it, with the money that you're saving to be here and live in this experience for however long you're going to be here, you can stay as long as you want. Hint, 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 hint. But the money that you're going to be saving being here is going to really, really help you.
And and I just wanted to add on top of that, like you're getting this insider's perspective when you work with us. Both of us have lived in Chiang Mai, Thailand. We're not just flying in for the first or second or third time. I've been here quite a while. So just like Hugh hinted at, I came here to lead this retreat in February of this year. Maybe I still have not left. I'm still here, and I've been traveling all around Southeast Asia. So we have people that are joining us for this retreat experience and also traveling, getting here before we start, staying afterwards, okay? Like Vietnam is an hour and a half flight from Chiang Mai, Thailand, okay? So we're here to help you with planning the most amazing experience in this retreat, in this container, and maybe doing something outside of that as well, okay? I know, and I wanted to mention too, there's huge value in coming and getting this community, right? This of course mentorship that you get with us. And I wanted to explain, this retreat is not like some of these other experiences where you just show up, it's done, you feel peaceful, you good. No, you gonna leave transformed. We actually do a call before the retreat so you know who's coming on the experience with you before you even land here in Thailand. You literally gonna leave with family, with literally some chosen
Yes.
family, people that are cheering you on. Right now, me, Luke Lintott, if I did not go on my first retreat, I would not have met the client I literally saw yesterday. We've been meeting now for 6 solid years. I met her through my first retreat. Okay, so we are connecting with each other. We
Wow.
are helping each other with the love, with the business beyond. Okay, and that's, I'm all about long-term transformation, and that's what you're gonna begin. You're gonna get some lifetime change. If whether it is you're healing from heartbreak, whether it is you're ready to call in the one, okay, you done of repeating these toxic cycles, this retreat is going to help you in breaking those cycles, starting a new life, a new chapter, just like what Q mentioned. And it's crazy, right? Astrologically, this is the time to do it, right? And to stop just looking
Hmm.
at random TikToks or Googling it, which I've been there, okay? And I have my book to also for you to check out. And I want to just say, if you register by the end, okay, within the next 7 days, I'm going to send you my book so you can read it while you on your plane trip over, okay? And do the exercise.
Ooh,
It's a
yes.
workbook so you can get yourself ready. You're going to be ready, okay? We're here for you, committed to
Yes.
you.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, listen, do me a favor, guys. Comment down below. Make sure you ask us anything. I'm trying to check the comments here because a lot of people are tapped in on my end as well. I'm checking the comments here. So go do me a favor and comment down below to let me see, we got some comments. Okay, Valerie say hello. Hey Valerie.
Hey, Valerie, it's good to see you. Here's your
Yes. Put
comments.
put your
Victoria
questions
here.
and your birthday down. Put your questions and your birthday down so I can help answer some of your questions. Luke is going to tap in as well. We are here for you. If there's any questions that you guys have about the retreat, particularly, that's fine. If there's any questions you have about your life, if there's any questions you have about
Yeah.
this year past and all the stuff that happened this year, or the questions about next year and what's to come, let's go ahead and tap into that too. Since we're already at the end of the year, we're about to go into New Year's Eve. I guess in a couple of days, New Year's Eve for you guys. So let's answer some questions for you, and we can get this going as well. So I got people on my end and people on Luke. So I'm kind of bouncing back and forth.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Drop those questions below. And I just want to say, like, I'm so glad that I really made that shift away from the tangible, if you were away from the external and into the internal. And that's really what you're getting when you come into this retreat is a real great shift in how you're feeling inside, which is going to really affect like how you live your life, okay? So that you can be ready for all the things that you're calling in outside of your body, okay? So we're going to be doing yoga and wellness every day, cater to the bodies that are coming on the retreat. I wanted to mention some people joining us on the retreat have never done yoga before in their entire lives, but they come in, okay? I work with clients
Yes.
from age 28 all the way to 85, so you can do it, okay? I'm here for you. Number two, you're going to be, of course, working one-on-one with the Master Oracle. Get your one-on-one readings. This is the only opportunity to work with both of us in real life at this current moment, okay? Because both of us are working with clients across Mother Earth virtually. So I think that's just such a fantastic experience to see us in real life in a whole new environment. Okay. And I think also, like, I just remember last year, just like getting our massages on, getting our facials on. We were looking cute. We got our pictures on. It was just such a
Okay.
great community. And I so and loved it. And I can't wait to experience it again. It's crazy. It's 2 months away. Once again, February 23rd to the 28th. And I
Yes.
like I said, I love the elephants. I love the magic class. I love every single moment of our time together. And
We
I cannot wait. I'm counting down the minutes till we together.
Yeah,
And
and we had a wonderful time, not just in house, right? It was the community. It was being able to walk around the neighborhood in a walkable community that was so beautiful. Literally walking down to Niman and going in and experiencing all the stuff that was in that area, going to the nice restaurants, having the fish and the seafood. It was just fantastic. And so, if you have any questions, go ahead and put your questions down below. Hey, Victoria. I see you there, Victoria. Victoria, go ahead and ask some questions about anything that you have any questions about coming forward for the year. Jasmine is there as well. And yes. Okay, yeah. Somebody asked me where do I live now. I currently live in Malaysia. So I'm in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Absolutely love it here. And Luke is actually in Thailand, Chiang Mai. So I'm gonna be actually flying to Thailand to do the retreat and everything with Luke. Somebody just DM me that.
yes. Yeah, and I can say like it is beautiful weather here. Today is going to be 82. So I know for those of y'all that are in colder climates, it's really healing to get out of that for a moment for our week together here in Thailand and get your sunshine on. And I wanted to also mention too, our last night out, that was also one of my favorite memories. We went to a cabaret show and it was bomb.com.
Oh
We
yeah.
saw the most amazing performers and we went out to a Michelin star restaurant. We spent time swimming in that pool at night. It was just fabulous. So we have a great villa up the street here in beautiful Niman. It's basically the Beverly Hills of Chiang Mai. And there are all these beautiful coffee shops, local artisan stores, literally minutes away from where we are staying in our villa. And so yeah, that was definitely we're staying the Pink Moon Villa, second year in a row. So I'm just
Hmm.
really excited to really enjoy that time together and get zen right. And you get with your package, you get us in real life doing the yoga together. You get the community, and just like one of our participants said from last year, you it's like a homecoming, it's a reunion. And get ready, baby, because yeah, we had people from last year truly call in those things through this work. The work works.
Yes.
The love came, the healing, the health. So come
That is
and
definitely
literally live
something we can
longer.
talk about. Yeah, that's definitely something we can talk about because let me say this. The way the entire retreat was structured, right? It was all about healing. It was all about getting oneself back into a whole state of being, right? And then when we went into magic class, Magic class gave people the opportunity to kind of understand a little bit more about how magic works, but also start to do some hands-on practical application of magical principles, literally creating magic right there in the room, right there in the house. And so it was a magical experience for sure. But then we had an opportunity to do some commanding work, right? So what I want you guys to know is that when you're working with magic, when you're working with this level of power, right? And that's really what it is. Power is just the ability to get results. Don't think all supernatural and spooky. Power is the ability to get results. That is power, right? And so whatever the result is, when you're working with this level of power, there's a level of command that must come along with it. So I wanted to make sure that each participant had their command up. I wanted them to know how it felt. And I'm talking about that visceral real feeling of power and the ability to command using your voice how to make things happen in your life world and affairs. And so it's no longer just, happenstance. It's no longer just, you know, reciting affirmations that may or may not stick, right? This is a level of command that you have. And it just needs to be rehabilitated in you. And that's what we were doing at the retreat. There's so much good that was coming from this. And so I cannot wait for people to experience. I think we got some, I'm trying to see if we have some comments because I saw something pop up. But yes, that's the kind of stuff that I want people to experience again for the first time.
Absolutely. Yes. So I still remember during our last retreat experience nearly a year ago, it's crazy how time flies. So we got in touch with our inner child through our session with the Master Oracle. And I was able to love on little Luke within and go literally go back in time during that exercise you did with us and love myself and be like, baby Luke, you did a good job with everything that you experienced. And I really cheered myself on. I really felt a shift in my energy cue after we did that particular exercise of the many that we did with you. And there was
100%.
also the one Q mentioned where we commanded energy, right? And how you command energy, how you talk, how you feel, I can feel that. That's your vibration, right? That's the feeling you get when people walk into the room. When you change your vibration, that long-standing energy you emit, you transform your life, right? You're ready for the business
Yes.
partner, you're ready for the lifetime partner, not just another hookup, not just someone who do you dirty. Okay, no, because you change your value, literally. And I
Yes.
want to say that's what I really loved with the work that we did. In addition to the readings that you get, like the insight and foresight with the Master Oracle, and I know you use
Oh, that's
multiple
right.
modalities, right? Um,
Correct.
in addition to actually being here, going to the temples, doing the ceremonies, literally getting that holy water on our bodies from the monks here in Thailand. Remember, we did like 5 different ceremonies. We were guided by a local Thai tour guide who is Buddhist, who showed us what to do. Like we walked around the pagoda, the golden pagoda. I believe it was 7 times, some important significant number, and we wrote
Hmm.
down what we were calling in, right? People wrote down, I'm calling in money. I'm calling in my life partner. Boom, boom. And what do you know, y'all? What do you know? What happens within a couple of months of the retreat? One of our retreat members meets someone. Boom, they get engaged. Okay, this
Yes.
stuff works. And I want to say too, and what's cool, you're getting all that spiritual work and you're getting the physical work. Okay, because we do need to think about our physical body, what we're putting into our body. That's why you got me here, Luke Lintott. That's why we do the yoga together. We're getting you nice and flexible. So you're going to start every day refreshed. And by the way, y'all, we're going to have a fresh, delicious breakfast waiting for you in our luxury villa made by a local Thai chef. She's catering
Yes.
it to our dietary needs. So we have people joining who are gluten free. We're going to be making things that are dairy free, based off what y'all need. And then we're going to go to some bomb.com restaurants. And once again, we both have lived here. I'm literally in the neighborhood. I want to show you right now because I think it's pretty cool. I'm literally poolside. We thought the lighting was better the other way, so I've turned my computer around. But you're going to be able to literally go and swim in the pool right outside your room. And of course, the list goes on, but I just think you're getting the physical and the spiritual when you join us in paradise here in Thailand.
Hmm.
and so if any of this is calling to you, if any of this is like, if you're like, wow, I'm interested, like just confidentially message us or comment below, okay? All these
Yeah.
signups, all the experiences is just between us and our great community, okay? And we're working with high vibe people that desire to step into a whole new reality. So we're
Yes.
only I can tell you right now, the people
And you
joining are amazing. Yeah.
absolutely. You touched on it when you talked about going to the temples and having the monks pray with you. Let me just say that for a second because you guys know me. I love the spiritual stuff, and Luke is definitely about getting that body right, getting the mind right, getting the soul right. Let me say this: when I went to temple and to go in, so the one thing about the monks you got to understand is that they don't get compensation. Like there's no money, right? So all of their needs are taken care of by the community, which I think is beautiful, right? So the monks don't get compensation. The needs are taken care of by the community. And so when you come to temple, you don't you can give money, of course, for the building and stuff like that to keep the building up, but you actually purchase wares for the monks. So you're purchasing like big toilet paper and you're purchasing toothbrushes and toothpaste and t-shirts and stuff that they need, just for their own livingness. And then when you purchase it, literally when you go in, you sit it down next to the monk, and then the monks come and take it away, and they take it to the back and they distribute it amongst the monks. And for that, you get to stand in front of the monk or sit in front of the monk on your knees, and literally he'll be there and he'll pray with you. And he has these little sticks, and he'll put the sticks in the water. I don't know, it's the Buddha water. I don't know what you call it. You put the sticks in the Buddha water, and then and he's and he's speaking this Buddhist prayers, and he's praying for prosperity. And you write down what you want because you can tell him what you want to pray for. So I want to pray for prosperity, for relationship, for love, all the things that you want. And the monk will splash you with the water like that, and you feel it hit you, and you can feel all the darkness come off. It'll just come off like
Yep.
that. It's wonderful. And so, yes, definitely when you come, we gonna take you to get a blessing by a Buddhist monk for sure.
Absolutely. And we're going to go to this sacred temple when the sun's coming down. The view is fantastic. You could literally see from this part of Chiang Mai the entire city of Chiang Mai. You're up in the mountains. And that is so the temple that we're going to actually signifies going to nirvana. Okay. It's the highest level of being. And I've just learned a little bit from my Thai friends about this, but basically there's this whole idea that when you are a very good person, you're eventually going to go to this place where there's no suffering of pure bliss, okay? Nirvana. And that's where we're going while you're here to the Golden Temple, Doi Sutet. We are once again, we are personalizing this experience to the bodies, to the people that show up, okay? So we're making this accessible to everyone, anyone. This is going to be wonderful. And you're really supporting the community, kind of like what Q hinted at. I want to explain like you're supporting local artisans when you get the clothing, you're supporting the amazing monks who are out there donating their time and energy and spiritual gifts. And you're really supporting, you're really calling in that loving on you, boo, because it all starts with you. I
Yes.
want to explain as someone who is a helper, a giver, there's no reward at the end of the tunnel if you just burning yourself out and then you burn yourself out some more and you keep giving to sinks that aren't giving back to you. No, we're gonna help you with ending those
Ooh.
some of those patterns that might really be holding you back. And being here in a whole new environment, it gives you clarity. It helps you with hearing your own voices so that you can separate from those that are not you. And I think that is one of the best things about being out here is the really truly the clarity that you get when you come to Southeast Asia and you come to Thailand with us. And
Yes.
yeah, you're just gonna really be stepping into a whole new reality when you get back. So get on ready.
So so we have a couple of questions. I see a couple of questions come through. It looks like asked CM Davis asked, let's see, is it time to leave my job as a special education administrator? Okay, is it time to leave my job? So Luke, do you want to start off giving some lifestyle consultant kind of tips or viewpoints on that? And then I'll come in and take a look at it from a psycho spiritual
So,
level.
so just from what I heard from you, Q, is it time to leave my job? So the first thing, and Q's gonna give like the spiritual reading on this. When I'm working with a client, the first step that comes from my book in the core framework for life fulfillment is C, collect clues. So for you that you're thinking about leaving your job, let's collect some clues. Let's collect some information about why you desire to leave your job, and that's why it's really important. Maybe you want to write it in the comments. I don't know if you're comfortable sharing it. Go right ahead. Maybe it's better if you meet with us one on one and share that. But I know for me personally, I'm so glad like that. Well, I got the boot from one of my jobs that was not a good match. Okay, and that actually propelled me
Mm,
during my darkest time in my life when I wanted to end it all. Right, and I moved cities. I decided enough was enough. I was going to stop doing jobs that didn't match me. I was going to stop being with people that didn't bring me higher than, and I want to be with people that celebrate me, right? And so that's what really drove me into entering this yoga and coaching space. So it's really important to ask yourself, if nothing else, I really recommend that you direct message Q and me so that you can share more about why you want to leave your job, okay? But I really want you to ask yourself, what would I do if time and money were unlimited? What would you be doing? Would you be in that job?
mm,
What would you be
that's good.
coaching? Would you be like, just give yourself, that's kind of like can give you like a clue on what your next steps should be, because baby, let me tell you, you're going to be spending a lot of time at your job. It's projected you spend about, I believe, 70% of your waking hours at your job.
Hmm.
So especially for your physical, your emotional, and mental health, let's make sure that that job fills your cup. Because okay, listen, if we're making more cash money, but it shortens our life, I think that it's some jobs actually shorten your life 10 years if you're miserable at work. Okay, and that's why I always tell people, like, stress is going to affect you actually more than if you're eating poorly. Okay, then studies are showing that if you're stressed, you're lonely, you're unhappy, this can literally stop you from living a long and healthy life. So I want you to know, person who wrote that, you're worth making the change. Direct message me and we can go deeper. I would love to hear what your
Hmm.
perspective is though, Cuba, because like I know that there's more beyond the lifestyle side, yeah, the coaching side.
So I want to say this for CM Davis. Let me say this. I pulled and I pulled again and I pulled again. And every one of them said yes, 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 yes. Okay, now there are some caveats to this. So I hope you listening. I hope you getting this, right? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So it says yes, 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 yes. Now, the first thing that says here is that do not leave out of depression. Do not leave from depression. Do not leave because you're so just overwhelmed and I'm so just so much. Don't leave from that energy, right? It says save up some money and then leave for what you love. Leave for what you love, and that could be family, right? That could be more time with your lover. That could be leave for what you love as far as a passion or something that you want to do. But leave for what you love. Don't leave from a place of depression or overwhelm or something like that. And make sure you save some money. Now, the other thing it says here is that you're not going to look back. And when you set this up from the right entrepreneur perspective, let's say the Ace of Wands, when you set this up from the right entrepreneur perspective, there's no need for you to look back. There's no need for it, right? Don't stay because of the insurance and don't stay because of any foolishness like that, because you're gonna have, and this is what's beautiful for you. You're gonna have what you need, but it really is gonna require a revivification. Spirit's giving me revivification of the life that you intended, right? What happens to a dream deferred, right? There's a dream. There's an intended reality. There's an intended life that you had intended for yourself. And things been thinking, life been lifing, situations have been gotten to where they are. And now it's time for you to have a revivification of the life that you intended, is how Spirit's showing it to me. It's going to take some sacrifice, right? And I do see there's going to be some disappointments along the way. There's going to be some things you're going to have to overcome. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy breezy beautiful all the time, But I do see the king of coins. So I see mastery of money. I see a very disciplined approach to your finances. I see a way that you're going to start to overcome anything that life can throw at you, particularly in the area of finance, because of the joy and the passion that you have in your heart for this. So the answer is yes, 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 yes. And that's that on that.
Yes, you heard it right. Okay. I and I just wanted to say like Q is a seer. Q, as you can see, like Q is doing the readings, and it's amazing to see this in action. He has called things before they happen. So I just want to, and I know they're doing research on psychics and mediums because like when QB doing his reading, he's using the whole brain. Right now, when you're listening to this live or the replay, you're using 5% of your mind. You're using your conscious mind. What's crazy is like, yeah, when you're doing this deep healing work, when you're working with us, we're gonna tap in to the subconscious. Okay, we're gonna tap in and to the super conscious. So the super conscious, which Q is tapping into, is the collective consciousness. So I just want to thank you, Q, and I can say from my own personal experience and with the people that I know that have worked with Q's really gotten people fast track. Like this is what you need to do. Okay, like you need to leave that job. And I love that you mentioned that, Q. Like very directive and so like when you're working with us, you're really gonna get the answers if you're feeling a little bit lost. You're gonna get the clarity so that you can
Mm,
come back,
yes.
fast track those things. And sometimes that means leaving your job. Sometimes it means leaving your country. Okay, sometimes it
Ooh,
means
shata.
leaving
Todo.
leaving the life that you're doing right now. Okay, something's got to change. So I just want you to know, like I'm feeling that right now intuitively for the people watching the live, the replayers. Something needs to change in
Yes.
your life. We're here. There's a reason why you're watching this live right now, and maybe that's the sign that you need to take a move, to stop watching, passively living. Okay,
Yes.
work with living, breathing human beings. So I received an interview with one of my amazing clients, and he made a really good comment. Don't treat AI as your friend. Don't listen to sometimes what other people are constantly saying, these really quick fixes. Okay, come meet with living, breathing people that truly care about you. We both have souls. We are both living, breathing people that are going to push you to that next level. So I just think that's why it's
Yes.
beautiful to see, like, and you see this over and over, as someone who has training in counseling and mental health, real true healing happens in community. It does not happen when you're alone, when you're all by yourself. Sometimes even, and now
Mm.
we have what's called the loneliness epidemic, right? Especially with technology, where people are feeling like they have to do it on their own. I want you to know, no, 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 no. Come out here. We're here to help you. I love when you succeed. We all succeed.
Right. Listen, I see Victoria in the comments. I see Rob in the comments. I see Kenneth in the comments. Listen, you guys, put your date of birth down below and ask any questions that you have. Okay. Ask any questions that you have. Ask us anything, right? What we're doing is we're preparing for the upcoming Thailand retreat and we're letting people know what we're doing and we still have time. We still have time to register. You still have time to get here. You still have time to pull things together. And you know me, I don't do things in small bites. I don't do things in small increments. I go big or go home. Okay. So if this is something that you're feeling called to do and you want to go big, put your date of birth in the comments below. Ask your questions. Ask us anything. Okay. We're tag teaming this every step of the way. All right. And so you never have to feel like you're doing this all by myself. Nope. Wrong song. Select a new one. Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
I see people commenting. Hold on a second. People are commenting. Okay, Katina says she's thinking of a question. Listen, go ahead. Put it in the comments. Rob says life been lifing. Right, Rob. Yes. Let's see. Kenneth said, empty your wallet to fill your mind, and your mind will fill your wallet. The Oracle speaks. Absolutely. Yes. Let's
oh,
see here. Okay,
we do have an Aquarius. All right, I think Valerie Thompson, February 12th. She put her birthday.
okay. Let's see. She says, I feel like I'm not in touch with my spirituality as I was before. How do I get it back? Luke, you want to start?
Ooh, so spirituality. So I think the first thing that's coming to me right now is that you need to give yourself some space, Valerie, okay? So, like sometimes when we are pulled in different directions and we don't actually literally have free space to be, that can stop us from really getting in touch with that spirit within. Okay. And I know, another thing is like maybe you need to change your environment, Valerie. So, we're in this new world in 2025 where spirituality, it used to be at a church, it used to be at a temple. A lot of people now sometimes are doing it every single thing at home. Now maybe we need to get you out of where you're at to get more spiritual. Maybe for the short term that means getting you into a new nature scene, into a new neighborhood, into a new city. Okay, maybe it means getting you abroad. Okay, that could really help you with getting more spiritual and getting really in touch with this other side. And it means, I think, connecting with living, breathing people, like connecting with me and Q, with people that can really help you with getting in touch with that spiritual side. And mm, yeah, I
That's
think
good.
I think also, like, if there's anything coming to you, Q, bring it up. But I think that's what's coming to me right now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I will start by saying that I love the fact that you have been focusing on getting things in order in your life. And let me be very clear, order is always spiritual. Okay, anything that you've been doing to pull together your life, to pull together your finances, to pull together your the things of life, the things that we absolutely need in this society that we live in, everything that you're doing is pulling it together. What I want you to realize is that order doesn't always come with a feeling. The feeling comes after. Hear me. When you're applying order, it's a very intellectual exercise at times. When you're applying order, it's a very it can be very grounding to make sure that you got everything on lock, right? The feeling comes after the order is put in. That's a feeling of tranquility. There's a feeling of serenity. There's a feeling of peace. These are all spiritual concepts. A peace that surpasses all understanding is how scripture says it. A peace that surpasses all understanding. And so right now, you might have been very much in your head trying to figure everything out, right? Right now, you might have been focusing on your finances, because I'm seeing finances coming up here a couple of different times. Right now, you might have been focused on your finances and focused on pulling things together in a certain way. But it says to me here that this is all a spiritual process, but you're going to get the feeling of it after it's all said and done, after you're walking on dry ground, right? And so the parting of the Red Sea, all that emotionalism, all that stuff, it allows you to walk through on dry ground. Okay? That's the beauty of getting this order in. Once that order is placed back in, it's going to be a whole new life, a whole new world, and a whole new way of seeing it. And it's not all nebulous. It's actually very practical. You can have a practical spirituality. Absolutely, you can. You can have a practical spirituality. And I think there's a very beautiful way of looking at it as well. So that's for you, Valerie. Yes, you're gonna feel the spirits and the spiritual aspect of things very, very soon, and it's called peace. I love
That
it.
that is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Q. And I see we got some more birthdays coming up too. Some more people that want some readings, want some guidance.
Yes. Who's next? I think Asa. I see Asa,
Thank you for
and
commenting.
let's see. I see Rob, and I see Victoria. Okay, so let's go with Asa first. Oh, he well, Asa, you got to ask a question. Asa said, two of my favorite people are doing a live. Let me share this divine shit real quick.
Love it.
Asa, June 2nd, 1983. Asa, if you have any questions, please comment below and ask some questions. We're going to come back to you. Valerie, you're so welcome, my dear. You're so welcome. Let me know if you want to do a private one-on-one, and I got you, okay? Let's see here. And we have Rob. Rob is February 1st, another Aquarius. By the way, these
A lot of my
Aquarius is
people.
a lot of your people. I'm a Venus and
Aquarius
Aquarius
power.
too, so right. Let's see. So Rob says, I feel like I'm between a rock and a hard place. I don't want to repeat mistakes from my past, but I'm currently living a repeat version of the past to less intensity. divorced and estranged from daughters, remarried and in a challenging situation? Do I keep silence and the peace, or be myself, which tends to break away? Very good, Rob. Thank you so much for your transparency as well. Let's go ahead and pull on this. You have anything you want to say first, Luke?
Ooh, just based off of what you said, I think like relationships are really everything in life for me. So I know you mentioned kind of like some issues you're facing with relationships. You're like, should I keep my peace, not say anything? Should I reach out, cause some sort of AKA disruption? Now, I just want to say, like, you reaching out, changing the wave of how things are going can look like a beautiful thing. Okay. And I have no idea what your history is, but like, I would say, like, sometimes it's not necessarily pushing people to do things. It's just sending them a little message. If you had a rough time with a family member, and this is just general advice, like saying like, I care about you. I hope that you have a great day. Like sending them a little gift. Okay. We all have a different love language. Maybe you're speaking a different love language than your family. Okay. So if you're trying to repair relationships, like there's so many different ways you can do that. And sometimes all we need to do is ask them, how can I be a better parent or a better family member, okay? We
I
aren't
like
gonna
that
know unless we ask to like just like doing those little things like, is there anything I can do to help you out? And kind of come to that nice little middle ground if you're hoping for, renewed connection.
for sure. I love that. So for you, Rob, hmm um, so number one, I would say, who your old paradigm will not work this time. Okay? Your old paradigm will not work this time. The old way of doing things, your old way of trying to approach matters will not work this time. And in fact, it might even feel like you're breaking away and freeing yourself up, but it actually isn't freedom, right? It actually puts you in this kind of mental and emotional trap, whether it be from family, whether it be from children, whether it be from whatever. It's a trap still. Do you understand this? And the beautiful, I don't know if it's beautiful, the interesting thing about a trap is that a trap has to feel alluring. It has to seem alluring. I'm using words because I'm saying a lot, but I ain't saying much. You hear what I'm saying? A trap seems alluring, and the whole purpose is to get you to fall for the trap. Okay, what I see here as I pull on this, what I see here is that a lot of this stems from past heartbreaks or past betrayals, past things that needed to be resolved or need to be resolved. And I'm seeing yourself coming out of a lot of this probably around in the next 10 weeks, that you won't even probably even feel this way again in the next 10 weeks. So I would say give yourself a little bit more time. Um, yeah, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 weeks. I would say give yourself a little bit more time. The other thing I'm seeing here is money is coming up in a couple of different places where it might be a factor, maybe even a catalyst to a lot of the ways that you're feeling. So I don't know how your finances are right now for in Ernst, but what I'll say is that I see two areas where money might be a catalyst to a lot of this. And so don't let how you're feeling right now in the moment sabotage what you can ultimately experience 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Because right now, your financial situation and even your feelings right now are very temporary, right? And so, using some of the practical things that Luke said earlier could be really valuable to make sure you guys are speaking the love languages. Make sure that you're asking the question as opposed to just doing what you do. So I'm just going to do what I do, and you're going to have to like it. Whatever, whatever, right? So asking the questions might be very valuable. The last thing I'll say to this is children are coming up here in a couple of different places, and also friendships. So I want you to be clear that your children and the children that are involved in this situation need to really be highly regarded and taken into consideration. And also, where are your friends? I'm seeing friendship is the last thing on the list here. It's like the last thing. Where are your friends? I want to make sure you got people in your life that really do support you. This is why we do what we do, because there's a lot of people out here that don't have that real support. You understand what I'm saying to you? So do what you're doing. The old paradigm is not going to work this time. Don't let finances and feelings get in the way of a long-term gains. Make sure you put the children as a keystone, like a cornerstone of what it is that you're trying to do here, and make sure your friends are somebody who you can really trust and that they really support you. Okay, that's what I'll say to you. So the answer is no, you can't leave.
Yes.
I hope that helped, Rob. Oh, I see you.
Thank
Yes.
you. I love that. That was good. And I see we do have some more. We have so we have Victoria. I don't know if we already did hers August 6th, 1967.
No, we have that Victoria yet.
Jasmine and Asa also dropped his birthday.
Okay, and he also dropped it. Yeah, his question. Okay, good. Let's see. Rob said, "Laugh aloud. I don't have that many friends. Laugh aloud. I had to laugh about that one. Got it. It comes up, man. Listen, it really does come up. Like whatever comes up comes out. So we were gonna go to Asa, and then we're gonna go to Valerie. Jasmine, you put your date of birth, but ask a question, Jasmine, if you have one question. Victoria is August 6th, and Victoria and Asa's June 2nd. Okay, Asa said, I feel great regarding my love life, but I handed over my plans of action in enrolling more high net worth and ultra high net worth people over to the divine. How do I reconcile strategy and spirit? Mm, I love that. Luke,
Wow, strategy and spirit. So I think that for me, Asa, it's all about getting into alignment. So of course, we don't want to force things to happen and have them happen in a way that's going to backfire in the long term, right? So I think about like strategy and spirit. Like I think it's all about like the answer within you, so you know what feel good. You know the where those high ticket high value people are, and the ones that really vibe with you. So I think just really getting in touch with that inner voice, and sometimes that means taking an hour long meditation. It means like really like detaching too. And I think sometimes about like if we want something too much, it can actually push it away. So coming at those things with that similar energy, okay? And when you're getting spiritual, when you're doing all these things, ensuring that you're coming in it with the purest of intentions. Okay, if it don't work out, right? There might be an alternative scenario that's 10 times better.
for sure.
And
Thank you for
so
that.
in order to, and if for those of you that are attached to something like, oh my God, it has to happen this way, this strategic way that I want to happen, journal alternative scenarios that are better than what you think that you want right now. What about if blank don't happen, but in net tomorrow you meet the love of your life who transforms everything? Okay, like, or you get hired to do some sort of job you never thought that you would end up doing. Like, just journal. I think of that as like the laboratory of the mind. Get creative.
Mm, yeah. Asa, Gemini, and I don't have your full chart. I have to pull your chart when we do a one-on-one. But I'll say this to you. So the way it's showing up here, uh, Joseph said, "Amen." The way it's showing up here, it says here that what you're maybe missing, right? What you're maybe missing is the money isn't the focal point here. And I noticed you said high net worth and ultra high net worth clients, and I totally love that, right? But I want you to note that the money is not the focal point here. If you understand net worth not being relegated to just dollars and cents, but you understand net worth meaning relegated to value or potential value. Hear me. What would it look like if you were to pull in a client and this client maybe just kind of doing his own thing, trying to start a business or whatever, whatever, and you help this client to start the next, I don't know, ring on the doorbell thing that got picked up on Shark Tank, or you help this client start the new Scrub Daddy, little sponge brush. I've been watching Shark Tank. But what would happen if that person might have been an ultra net worth client but you got to see it from the Spirit. Scripture says you try the Spirit by the Spirit. Hear me. You try the Spirit by the Spirit. And so if you're just looking at dollars and cents as a barometer for ultra high value or ultra high net worth, then you're going to be missing on a lot of opportunities. Now, let me also say this: strategy, stratagem is where we get the word general, actually, right? So what Spirit is giving me also here too is you need to build your army. You need to build your army. You need to become a general for what is to be and what is to become your brand, your business. This is not a one-man show. Okay, this is not a play where you stand up and you change hats and now I'm this person and now I'm that person and now I do this and now I do that. Nope. This that we ain't coming to see that play. Okay. And so you got to have an army. Strategy is about an army. That's really what the word means. It means to be a general of an army. And so to know how to strategize and use resources effectively. This also means human resources. This also means the people that you have worked with. Make sure that all your lines are clean with people that you have worked with. Make sure that everything is set up right for what you're trying to ultimately create. You and I've had some wonderful conversations in the past, and I know there's so much that you're building and adopting and bringing forth. Let's do that. But you got to get an army together. You got to build a team of people who are so gung ho about what it is that you want to do that they will follow you to the ends of the earth. You'll get it when you get it. It also says more discipline. You got to be more disciplined. You get a little sidetracked sometime with that Gemini energy. Okay. Anyway, that's for you, Asa. Wow. I
That was
see you.
good. Yeah. Excellent.
Yes.
Yes. And feel free to like share your takeaways, Asa, too, and everyone that's getting the readings. And I see the next one we do have that I'm seeing, I believe, is
Victoria.
Victoria, August 6th, 1967. And
And what's her
Victoria said
question?
W in Cancer, Aquarius rising, Mercury Cancer. Victoria is watching. I don't see any questions she has. So feel free to
Okay.
drop your questions, Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria. Victoria, drop your question. Hey, Amanda. Uh, okay, Amanda says she wants to read you. Okay, Amanda, yes, put your date of birth and a question in the comments below because this is called Ask
So
Us
we can
Anything.
direct it.
Ask us anything. Anything that comes up comes out. Okay, Jasmine, we're gonna go ahead and shift over to Jasmine. Jasmine, I know is a Virgo. Jasmine said, "I've been feeling like the last few pieces of my former self are hanging on. How should I go about moving on from them?" I love that. Luke.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Can you repeat that one more time? I feel like the last
Sure.
piece of my
She
former
said,
star hanging on. Is that one?
mhm,
That one?
"Yeah,
How should
correct."
I go about moving on from them? So, so Jasmine, I really think that this, especially now, this is your time to step into your best self, your highest self, okay? And so first things first. I have a hypnosis literally where we tap into our highest self. You're the 6 months ahead hypnosis. Now, it's important too before you even do that hypnosis to really think about who you're stepping into, who you're becoming, who this person is that you are you are that is inside of you right now that you're activating, because there are usually about 6 to 8 people inside of you, 6 to 8 personalities, if you will, that are controlling the game. And right now, Jasmine, it sounds like you're handing the baton over to a new identity, a new person. So a technique in counseling that we use, and it's literally in my book, is where you have a conversation with your inner beings, Jasmine. And we talk to and you name the 6 to 8 people that are inside of you, and you can name that former self that's holding you back. I have no idea what her name is. For Luke Lintott, I had to have a deep conversation and release with the partier Luke, the Luke that was drinking every weekend, okay? That was sabotaging my success. Also, I had to have a conversation with the hard ass Luke. That was a second identity that Luke doesn't give control. I don't give the baton to these two identities, right? The mean one that stopped me from going live, that stopped me from running my business, from moving abroad, from going for my debt, for loving differently. Okay. So like How so name them first of all, because they got a name. Only you know the name, Jasmine. Number two, have a conversation. So you do that where you just close your eyes, Jasmine, and you talk to these inner beings and you decide who's going to take control and what you're going to do with the person that is still hanging on, is still grabbing you by the neck. Are you going to put them outside of the house? Are you going to put them in the basement? Are you going to execute them? Like you have different ideas because maybe that person helped you at a certain time in your life, but you're ready to move on. You're ready to quiet them because you get to decide who's in control, right? And you can even create a whole new identity. So yeah, direct message me if you want some more insight on that, but that's like a really great technique. And then write down your vision, write down your vision. So for me personally, I have my vision board on my damn phone. I have pictures of what I'm calling in, okay? So like I would say do that work now before the year closes out. We have a few more days. So do your vision board, write out your visualization script. I'm here to help. I got you.
Absolutely. So, Jasmine, thank you for that, Luke. That was really good. In fact, I love the passing the baton. And when you said that, something came to mind. When we're running this race called life, different parts of us are required to run the race, right? It's a relay. Different parts of us are required to run the race. When you were a child, the little Jasmine ran the race and she was doing what little Jasmine does. And she might have been playing around and she might have been twirling and spinning and doing, creative things and playing with fairies and, whatever she likes, right? And then she had to pass the baton to teenage Jasmine, adolescent Jasmine. And she might have been a little bit more rebellious. She might have been a little bit more, like trying to find herself and do her own thing, you know what I mean? Or whatever. That was, the teenage adolescent Jasmine. Well, then she had to pass the baton to the adult Jasmine. And adult Jasmine had to be practical and had to get things together and get things in order, and make sure that everything, all her I's were dotted and her T's were crossed. And that was really important for adult Jasmine. And now you're passing the baton again, still as an adult, but you're passing it over to this more grounded, more centered, more empowered self. Now, what happens in a relay? I'm sticking with the analogy for a second. What happens in a relay is that when they pass the baton, you'll notice the person that was running previously will still run a little bit until they finally can stop, right? Because they've already passed the baton over. And so you have to determine for yourself, where are you in your relay race? Is the old you still running and trying to get that baton to the new you, who is also running, by the way, because they got to take off running. You know how the relay race work. Both of them running at the same time, and he has to run
Oh
just
yeah.
enough to reach back and catch it. You know what I'm talking about? And then once you get it, you take off, but the other one has to slow it down, catch his breath, so forth and so on, right? Her breath, and so on. So I'm giving you this for a reason, and Luke touched on it, that the old part of you that is hanging on, that old part of you, she could be running to try to catch up with the new you, or she could have already passed the baton and just slowing down and she can finally go and sit on the bench and sit down somewhere. Okay. So you have to determine where you are in your race. Now, what that means to me is here. It's showing me that number one, finances are a big part of this because I'm seeing it come up. Finances is a very big part of this. So I don't know if you feel fully safe enough to fully pass the baton to the new you, because the old you still has to be very practical. It has to make sure all those I's are dotted and T's are crossed, right? So I don't know if you feel safe enough to fully pass the baton. So if I were looking at you just looking through the cards, I would say you haven't fully passed the baton yet. It's outstretched and you're running to pass it to the higher version of yourself, but I don't feel that you feel like the grasp is there enough so it won't drop. Hear me. I don't want you to feel like you're going to drop the baton. If you pass this thing, you can catch. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune card. It will catch. It might take some time to get that momentum going so you can finish this last leg of your race, right? Or this particular leg of your race. But I see the Wheel of Fortune, so that tells me victory and success is imminent. It just might take a little time. So If this resonates with you, please let me know. You and I can definitely do a one-on-one. But what I see here is you're passing this baton. You're making this happen. You just don't feel safe enough to fully let it go. And that's why it's still holding on. That's why the old version of you is still holding on a little bit. Once you're fully, I think you better let it go. Looks like another love TKO. That's that song, Love TKO. But so this might be a time for you to start to let it go. And I think you'll see it happening for you very, very soon. All right. There's more to this, but we're going to move on. Anyway, whoo, Amanda. Hopefully, I help you, Jacqueline. Jasmine. Amanda, I see you. Amanda is April 1st, 1982, and she says, "I'm leaving Malaysia in 2026, January 2026. What can you see about my career? Thank you." Luke, anything you want to share as she leaves Malaysia?
Ooh.
Thank you both.
So
You're
I think
welcome, Jasmine.
Amanda, like the thing that's really coming to me, I'm seeing with the astrologically the things Q mentioned that you got some good changes coming up in your career. I think that maybe you don't see it right now, but this change you're leaving Malaysia is a good thing long term. And in terms of your career, I think it really depends on what you're seeing right now. What you see, what you focus on grows. So I think you're really in this time where there's opportunity if you keep doing what's working, you do more of what's working, and then as you make this big shift in a whole new country, I think that this could really fast track things. And notice the things that have kind of been dying out that you've been trying to make work, but they're just not working. We need to cut that out. We need to cut away. That's draining you, Amanda. That's what I'm really seeing right now for you. And of course, like, let me know more information so I can help, because like this is one of those things once again where we do one-on-one where we could go really deep confidentially into the issues you're facing. But I just want to say congratulations that you're making the move. One of the fastest
Yes,
the ways to fast track you getting wealthy is leaving country, moving country. Okay, it's been shown over and over again, because then you're really opening up different pathways. You're literally activating a whole new you when you get to this new environment. So I'm excited for you, Amanda. You get to really decide what identity you're stepping into as you focus on your career. It sounds like that's your primary focus, if that is. So like, I'm sending you good vibes. I'm here for you. Direct message me for more info and more insight. Love to chat with you.
absolutely. Wow. So, Amanda, it definitely says it's time to go. It says walk away. Walk away because it is definitely time to go. It says here that money will come through, but it looks like a lot of people will be supporting you on the periphery at first. Okay, on the periphery. As you get more confident and more secure in your own financial understanding, I don't know why this is coming up, but your own financial understanding, okay, particularly financial understanding is how Spirit is giving it to me. You're going to be more confident in your finances and your financial understanding that people who connect with you are going to pay you to help them be more confident in their finances. So I don't know if this is through classes. I don't know if this is through like financial coaching. I don't know if this is through like insurance. I don't know if this is whatever, but I'm seeing you in a financial space is going to be really, really good for your career and where you're going to go with this. Now, obviously, I know a lot of yours because I'm seeing here health and water, and so I see a lot of water around you. So I don't know where you're going to be going when you leave Malaysia, but I definitely see being somewhere near the water is going to be very, very beneficial to you, and making sure that health is paramount, but your shift is going to be
Yeah.
happening to where you're going to pivot a little bit, right? So it's not just going to be about body health. It could be about financial health. It could be about emotional health, which I think is a part of all that as well. I mean, because if you're stressed, that shit gonna show up in your body too, right? So making sure that you have a full understanding of what your vision is, which I think is what Luke said earlier. Have a full understanding of what your vision is, and when you go to this new destination, you leave one country and go to a new country or whatever, because you said you're leaving Malaysia. So once you go to this new destination, having that vision, and when you hit the ground running with it, you're going to be fine. People are going to support you, but they're going to support you from the periphery first until they get into something more, until you give them, sorry, until you give them something more substantial to work with. you're going to have to give them something more substantial to work with. They're going to support you on the periphery first. Hope
I,
that makes sense.
I, I love that. Thank you, Q. And I wanted to add, Amanda, now is your time to plan so that when you get to that new country, that new place, you can hit the ground running. So create those systems right now, okay? Like the people that you're going to be reaching out to, the schedule, okay, the self-care. And even I also want to say, Amanda, I can tell you put in the work. I love what you're putting out there in the digital world, letting yourself be human too, as well, okay? I know when I moved country, it's I had to give myself some space as well to transition, and this in the long term has helped things blossom beautifully. Right now, I just know we're in the last minute or so because I'm going to be teaching live fitness right here by the pool. So, but I just
Okay.
wanted to thank you all so much for showing up for the Ask Us Anything live questions and answer session, specifically on, of course, what we do as a lifestyle consultant, as the master oracle himself, celebrity psychic, ConjureMan Beyond, and for the upcoming retreat here in Thailand. And I just wanted to give y'all just some last minute logistics about the retreat. The full cost for this all inclusive experience, working with both of us, not just one coach. You're going to have a dream team. You're going to be doing all the things, the wellness, the yoga, the readings, the magic masterclass. Go to all the sites, all the meals, everything included is 3,997 shared room or 4,497 private room. And I wanted to mention we are offering an extended payment plan. So it's happening in about 2 months, February
Mm-hmm.
23rd to the 28th. So direct message me for more information about that. But I'm here to work with you to make this retreat accessible so that you can get your butt over here to Thailand and make it and wonderful experience. And I will tell you now, from the bottom of my heart, from my spirit, you will not regret this. You will not regret joining us and working with us here in paradise in beautiful Chiang Mai, Thailand. We're going to be doing the deep healing work to call in the love, the health, the happiness you deserve, boo. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Everything's included in this experience. And with all of that in mind, is there anything else you wanted to? And if you're interested, comment Thailand below, write Thailand, and I'll follow up with you, or send us a
Mm-hmm.
confidential direct message, and we'll set up a no strings attached call. And what better gift than yourself, your wellness, your body, your life, living a longer life than joining us in Thailand, or doing one-on-one online sessions with us, any place, anywhere. I want to say that's also an option. But yeah, this opportunity, once it's gone, is gone. So this is your sign. You're watching the live. This is your sign to learn more. Q, anything else you want to add before we close out?
Yeah, I will say this. Victoria and Deetra, they both wanted to do a reading. If you guys would reach out to me privately, and I'll pull some cards for you, that'll be fantastic. Deetra said, moving into the next phase of my career in teaching. What do you see for me? Okay, fantastic. Yeah, Deetra, message me directly. To end us off, I will say that for what we're talking about here and what we're trying to pull together, what we're pulling together for you, right? We're doing this for those of you who wish to be a part of it. I'll say that love is worth it, okay? And we've had people who come to this retreat and their relationships have improved, engagements have happened. One of my clients just posted on Facebook just now while I was on the live, posted on Facebook. She's 2 days from her wedding day, and
What?
her on the very first time she met this man, she called me. She said, Oracle, I need to know, is he the one? And despite everybody else's protests, and I'm telling you now, everybody protested this thing. I said, no, baby, this is the one. And now they
Yes.
engage and they about to get married in 2 days. Let me tell you something.
Wow.
Love is worth it. Health is worth it. Talking about coming to Thailand. Okay? Health is worth it.
Yes.
Okay? Power, the ability to get results in your life. Power is worth it. And lastly, you are worth it. Okay? So get here, comment below Thailand, DM us, message us, let us know that you want to do this. We have extended payment plans, which I love. This is something that we put in place because we weren't doing it before. This is something we put in place because we wanted people to make sure that this was accessible to them. So I love you very, very much, and there ain't nothing you can do about it because it's my choice, not yours.
Thank you so much, Q. And just on top of that, I wanted to mention literally 2 days ago, one of my clients messaged me the pictures of the rings. That person, anonymous person, engaged. Okay.
That's right.
Like after a long time of difficulty in the dating world, etc., so on and so forth. And so it's interesting, Q, like these are two separate people that we're talking about that we have worked with
Yep.
that have literally called in love. And I wanted to mention that you getting married to the right person can extend your life as long as 7 years. Okay, when you with the right one. And that's why we're here to help you with calling in that soulmate. Maybe it is radical self-love so that you're ready to attract the one. You're ready to have healthy relationships. Now is the time, y'all. Let us know if you're interested in joining us at the Soulfit Summit Thailand retreat. And we are here for you. Commit to your success. Thank you so much, Q. Have an amazing day, everyone. And comment Thailand below for more information. Love you so much. Cheers, blessings, and peace. Bye-bye.